Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue our series with decks led by the new legendary creatures from Final Fantasy. Just as a heads up, this will probably be going on for a while. Final Fantasy is an incredibly important series to me as it helps cement at an early age the types of video games I enjoy. Fantasy RPGs are my happy place, and even as an old man, I love them. So the plan is to create a video around every single legendary creature from the Final Fantasy set. Leading today's deck is none other than the greatest detective in all of Eorzea. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically, if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Hildibrand Manderville is a 2-mana 2/2 legendary human detective who gives tokens we control +1/+1. When he dies, we may cast him from our graveyard as an adventure. Gentleman's Rise is the adventure part of Hildibrand. It is a 3-mana instant that creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token. The Hildibrand adventures are some of the most fun and ridiculous parts of Final Fantasy XIV. The quests are absurd, the characters are over the top, and the situations their idiocy puts them in will make you want to hang your head and laugh at the same time. The rewards for the quest are some cute emotes and some pets, until you get to Endwalker. Then, the Hildibrand quests are tied to the Relic Weapon quests. If you're wanting the Relic Weapons from Endwalker, you have to complete the entire Hildibrand chain. The whole thing will take you about 10 hours, give or take, but if you're in need of a laugh, you should check it out. Minor spoilers for the first quest, but I won't spoil anything else. Hildibrand has gone missing, and is presumed dead. The first quest, The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen, has you hunting down some rather stylish zombies. Eventually, you find their leader, a zombie of particular elegance and grace. As it turns out, he's not a zombie at all. In fact, despite his lovely and loyal assistant Nashu regularly blowing him up with her bombs, Hildibrand appears to be immortal. No matter how large the explosion or where he's blasted off to, he always returns. Maybe a little dusty, maybe a little scorched, but always the same reliable Hildibrand. His card reflects this functional immortality. We can cast him over and over again from the graveyard. I also like how Nashu is in the background throwing more bombs at our gentlemanly detective. And yes, I know that this card isn't from the main set. It's from the Scions and Spellcraft Commander deck. I don't plan on making any changes to the Commander decks from Final Fantasy, but I do plan on making videos built around all the lovely legends that are printed in them. One more note about this video. I didn't bother trying to make this a budget deck, and the reason why is that the cards from this set are pre-ordering for absurd prices. After things calm down, we'll have a few budget decks. But even though this isn't a budget deck, there are no game changers in this list. Now, before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders, solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful green one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Marsh Flats, Windswept Heath, Bloodstained Mire, Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Godless Shrine, Vault of Champions, Shattered Sanctum, Isolated Chapel, Shadowy Backstreet, Snowfield Sinkhole, Sunlit Marsh, Tainted Field, Bleachbone Verge, Shine Shadow Snarl, Orzhov Basilica, Bojuka Bog, 7 Plains, and 11 Swamps. Now, I've gotten some comments about why I run certain lands. This, to me, is an ideal mana base for a 2-color deck. None of the cards are super expensive, and almost all of them come to play untapped. The exceptions are fetchable typed lands and the bounce land. I have defended bounce lands in the past and will do so again now. If there was a mana rock that cost 1 mana, tapped for 2 specific colors of mana, but it came into play tapped, it would see play at all levels below CEDH. And even some 2-color CEDH decks may run it as well. I said may, calm down. So, if a mana rock that is essentially a bounce land is good enough for almost every commander deck, why are bounce lands frowned on? Go ahead and leave a comment below. Our mana ramp package consists of Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Hierarchy, Orzhov Signet, Marble Diamond, Charcoal Diamond, Mind Stone, Thought Vessel, Felwar Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Thrawn Dynamo, Wayfarer's Bauble, and Solemn Simulacrum. Mostly mana rocks, but we've got some land ramp. Now, I know that some of you are wondering what diamonds are doing in a $250 deck list. Under most circumstances, I like diamonds more than medallions, and here's why. Let's take a look at our commander. A Charcoal Diamond will help us cast Hildibrand Manderville, but a Jet Medallion won't. For card advantage, we've got Hardened Tactician, Undead Augur, Headless Rider, Cryptbreaker, God Eternal Bontu, Ayara, First of Locthwain, Village Rites, Corrupted Conviction, Read the Bones, and Phyrexian Arena. Plenty of ways to ensure our creatures come back from the graveyard and we're able to dig through our library. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Will of the Abzan, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Binding Mummy, Fleshbag Marauder, Fracture, Mortify, Anguished Unmaking, Generous Gift, Hero's Demise, and Disenchant. Lots of ways to keep our opponents in line, and much of it is thematic. For board wipes, we've got Dam, Kaya's Wrath, Farewell, and Austere Command. Lots of ways to reset the board as needed. The core of our deck consists of Wayward Servant, Death Baron, Endless Ranks of the Dead, Diregraph Colossus, Lord of the Accursed, Cemetery Reaper, God Eternal Oketra, Corpse Knight, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, Ellasil Kor, Sadistic Pilgrim, Undead Warchief, Lord of the Undead, Grave Titan, Ghoulcaller Gisa, Tomb Tyrant, Plague Belcher, and Shepherd of Rot. Supporting our plan, we've also got On Wings of Gold, Teysa Karloff, Rise of the Dreadmarn, Zombie Apocalypse, Army of the Damned, Liliana's Mastery, and Necromancer's Covenant. Lots of ways to ensure we have the largest and most gentlemanly of undead. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 10 pieces of card advantage. 11 pieces of interaction. 4 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Farewell and Bojuka Bog. 1 Sudden Eye win card in Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Of course, Gary is only in the deck as a backup. After all, black tends to lose a lot of life as the game gets longer and longer. What we're trying to do more than anything is throw our gentle zombies at our opponents over and over again. Of course, we need to make sure that they are posing correctly. Winning is important, but it must be done in style. Otherwise, Mother will get mad. And we never want to make Mother mad. Now, I know we could have included the token doublers. After all, White now has 3. But those 3 cards would have increased our deck's budget by well over $100, so I left them out. But maybe you'll include them in yours. In fact, are you building a Hildibrand Manderville deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Elix, Borgi, Naswin, Congo, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Asura, Justin, Golden Walker, Ernesto, and Midge. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.